Just 2 weeks or so before the midterm elections, the Supreme Court issued an order today allowing Texas to use a strict and controversial voter ID law that requires people going to the polls to present photo identification issued by a government agency. We get more on this tonight from NBC's Kristen Welker.
Today's Supreme Court order clears the way for enforcement of a stringent new law in Texas, which means when early voting starts there on Monday, Texans will have to show one of 7 forms of government-issued photo identification to cast a ballot.
I think it's a pretty good law. I mean, I don't see it affecting anyone. I mean, it's basically they want to make sure that you are the person you are.
I think it is a partisan trick to try and prevent people from being able to vote, and I'm very, very much against it.
Supporters of the law say it's necessary to prevent voter fraud. Texas Attorney General Republican Greg Abbott, who's running for governor, called it a legal and sensible way to protect the integrity of elections. But opponents argue there have only been 2 proven cases of voter fraud in the past decade in Texas and say the law is an attempt by Republicans to limit Democratic votes.
Minority communities in Texas disproportionately don't have those forms of ID. Texas's voter ID law stands to disenfranchise over 500,000 registered Texas voters.
The state argued in a Texas courtroom those numbers are overstated. Since 2011, more than a dozen states have passed voter ID laws championed by Republicans. Texas is one of 8 states with the strictest laws, requiring voters to show a government-issued photo ID to vote. While the impact may be minimal this cycle in Texas, where there are few close races, it could be a different story elsewhere.
Given that voter ID laws affect disproportionately a lot of poor and minority voters, that could end up hurting Democratic candidates if there is a tight race come November.
This is the 4th time in recent weeks the Supreme Court has weighed in on whether new election laws can be used in next month's crucial midterms. In each case, the court has essentially preserved the status quo. The court has yet to say whether these new laws are unconstitutional. A battle yet to come. Lester.
Kristen Welker, thanks.